Okay, guys. So, good morning, afternoon, and evening. Um, it's like I think it's either a week back or something. I made a video, pointing out how this unemployment grant, how it's one big scam. Now it has come out that the president and those involved with all the money that they have borrowed, are being looked at. So let's see quickly. The country of South Africa has now been on lockdown for over 70 days. The country's economy has plummeted to a point it has never been before since its inception. People have been out of work since the first hard level 5 lockdown was declared, and all their hopes lie on the 500 billion rands the government promised it would use to relieve any inconvenience caused by the virus. The president announced this 500 billion as a social relief fund. Its main aim was to help out businesses that were going to be set back by the lockdown, support social development in buying food parcels, and also increase on the SASSA grants. Now, the reason the government does not want to end this lockdown is because this lockdown was the reason or the excuse that they used to borrow this 500 billion rands from international people. Before the lockdown, we went down a level that made it impossible for South Africa to borrow money internationally. But with this so-called pandemic, it has given the ANC government the necessary reason to actually borrow money. And that money was borrowed with the pure intention to actually steal and loot that money. So, like they say, it would have been to give SASSA grants. Let's read further. The breakdown of the funds was not clear enough to the citizens. Most of the ones who had applied for UIF since they were not employed got very little. The Department of Social Development, which its sole purpose was to distribute food parcels to all poor South Africans and also tend to the 350 rand unemployment grant that was to pay the unemployed, has not done its work. All of this has made the distribution of the funds very scandalous. The president is caught up in the middle of this because he was part of the first announcement of these funds, and he is not saying anything about their misplacements. Food parcels distributions has been handled with the greatest unprofessionalism. The members of the ANC themselves were found in possession of these parcels. Listen nicely. They were found in possession of these food parcels. A councillor in Pretoria was found selling these food parcels for 50 rand to the needy. They were supposed to hand this out to the needy. He never intended on distributing them to the public, as per the instruction, as for the reason the money was borrowed. Another councillor in Nelspruit was recorded having the food parcel truck come and deliver the parcels at his private home. The same parcels that are meant for the poor South African citizens. So they are stealing these parcels that are meant for the poor people, the people in the shacks, the people that don't have money. They are stealing their food and they are selling it back to other people. That's sick. Now here, this is part of my story now, this one. The story of the 350 rand is a very deep one. The ANC government released a statement saying that every unemployed South African who is above 18 and not getting any sort of grant from the government will receive the money. Bullshit. About 5 million South Africans applied for the grant when the application opened on Monday, 11 May 2020. I was one of those 5 million people. It is now 7 June and millions still haven't even been replied to. The first day of payments was supposed to be on the 15th of May for all applicants. The day came and no one received the money. By the 31st May, the Minister of Social Development, Lindiwe Zulu, announced to the media that so far 10 people were paid. 10 people out of 5 million. These 10 people that were paid to be paid were nowhere to be found. Around the start of June, a few people reported getting their money. And last week, SASSA CEO Busizwe Mamela said that they had paid 100,000 applications. Bullshit. The number just do not add up. Out of millions of applications after more than 70 days since the start of the lockdown and the 500 billion fund was announced, only 100,000 were paid. I don't even think that much got paid. I was one of those people that actually applied when it opened. I helped a friend that is homeless to apply. Now, on this application, when you do an application for someone else, it asks you, are you doing the application for yourself or someone else? Now, I said that I'm doing it for someone else. I put that guy's number in my phone, in the application. On Friday, I got a message that it's been approved and I need to follow the link to enter my banking details. I thought this was my application. When I went to the site, I put in my ID, it didn't go through. When I went back to the SMS, it was actually the person who I helped to do the application. In that application, I entered his number. They never sent him the information. They sent it to me because they knew, why send it to me? I don't have the guy's ID. I helped him to do the application. Now, that aside, I myself did the application 5 weeks before the person I helped. Since today, I have not received anything from them. When I go on the website, it says pending for May. But nothing has happened. But the person that I helped to apply already got his money, but got the link to submit his banking details. But it's like they know I helped the person to apply. What's the chances of me getting that? It's a homeless person. What's the chances of me running into that guy again for him to get that money? Understand what I'm saying? This is a whole scam. This whole bloody pandemic is one big scam. It's a way for this government to make money. And it's unnecessary because they are stealing from the poor. I mean, it's sick. It is sick. It is sick. It is sick.